everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel Ray, and today I'm going to be doing my mid-year WIP parade for cross stitching. So please come and join me on this special edition of Flosstube. I hope that you'll find it nice and relaxing, and it'll be interesting to look at my works in progress, seeing as I only started stitching in 2019. So if you're looking for this week's update, I only worked on one project, and that was Dark Queen of the Sea. So if you just want to learn about what I did this week, please skip forward in the video to that stage, which would be pretty late in the video. But I want to try to get through this as quick as possible, so I'm only going to tell you the designer, the fabric type, floss type, and that's pretty much it. Show you where I am in the project. So feast your eyes upon this. Let's get started. Today I'm going to be using the project trackers that I purchased from Etsy. I got these from S. Ward Designs on Etsy, and you can buy the PDF and print them out yourself, and that's what I did. I have cardstock paper, and I just printed out the 5-year tracker for big projects, because it takes me a while to finish things, and that's okay. So let's get started. I'm a little bit bright. We're going to pretend like it's more than normal makeup. First up is my Galaxy Unicorn. This is actually, this was a gift from my good friend, Mrs. Crochet and Coffee, here on YouTube. This pattern is no longer available. It was from a designer called Cat's Coffee and Crafts. Now I have started stitching this on an 18 count Mystic fabrics called Galaxy, and that's Ada. You can see it's nice and shiny opalescent. It's beautiful. And I love this. I love it. It's just a lot of thinking, a lot of work. And as a beginner stitcher, I was just like, that's too much for me. So that is my first recorded ever WIP. Somebody please count how many and leave it in a comment, because I did not count yet. All right, I think if I had to estimate, I probably have 30 something. This is my second WIP. This is Grimm's Fairy Tales Stitch Along by Clouds Factory. This is also the project I'm doing 25/7, which means 25 minutes a day every day. I took a little break there because I went to 2 retreats, online digital retreats, but here we go. That is where I am at the moment. Let me just go ahead and move you. That makes more sense, right? So that's where I am at the minute, and I really love it. It is on a 16 count Ada from Barbara Creations called Olive Oil. I'm using the called for flosses, and I'm using called for the Galaxy Unicorn as well. Clouds Factory. Beautiful. It is a cutesy, kind of chibi, cartoony type of thing, but I really like that style. I go back and forth between styles, I think. So that is that one done. Next up we have the Stitch Your Own Adventure Letters from Hogwarts. This is from Stuart Cunningham, and he made a free stitch along in 2020. Started in September 2019, actually. Oh, and I have threads. I have not worked on this. I have mixed feelings about continuing it, but this is where I am on it. And apologies again for all the creases and stuff, but am I really gonna iron all of these before I get online? Not really. Let's see. This is a 20 count flagstone by Crafty Kitten. She is in the UK, and it's perfect. A perfect parchment color for this project. My favorite piece is the little snake. This pattern I got from Etsy, and it is no longer available, sadly. So tipping away with that. At that, my idea is actually to do the frame as Stuart designed, but then to fill the frame with little motifs as I see fit. But like I said, I have mixed feelings about it now. That was started in February, restarted in February of 2020. I did originally start in September of 2019, but then I didn't like my fabric. Or did I start then? I don't remember. But anyway, I restarted it in February. So that's that one. Next up is my first Heaven and Earth. So this is Heaven and Earth Designs. Oof. Soul of the Rose. Go this way. Max Color. And this is not the max size. It's just max color. This is a gift from a subscriber named Michael. And I started this on the 24th of March, 2020. This is, I've gotten to the last page of the first row of this piece. And this is a picture of the original painting by John William Waterhouse. And I don't know exactly how much I have worked on this, and it's a shame because I did track a lot of my progress on this piece because I stitched this piece for Velasano last year, and it was very, very fun. So that is my Heaven and Earth. That's a 25 count, easy count Lugana that I got from Amazon. Using Call for DMCs. I think there's 125 colors in that. All right. Next up, sorry for all the moving, but these are the bigger ones. The next one is a Dimensions kit. It's called Baby Drawers Quilt. And if you saw my Mania video, you would know, sorry, that I am still up here with the teddy bear. I love a hate relationship with this project. I don't like how the needle feels going in and out of this fabric. That's all. I like the idea of this, but I don't think I'll ever do another quilt again. It is cute though. So that is Baby Drawers Quilt by Dimensions. And obviously there is no fabric count or anything. This was started on May the 1st, 2020. My first Mania start. I'll just keep it over there. All right. Ooh, next up is the Chinese Zodiac Stitch Along by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. This bag is from So Much to Love. This was actually part of my charity win from Michelle Bandy last year. And I am working on 28 count Heirloom by Pull Stitches. This is a Lugana. Isn't it beautiful? It's kind of a peachy, pinkish color. And I managed to get the first month done. Well, actually, minus one animal. There's one more animal that goes there. I started this on, oh, I didn't write it down, but I believe that it was let me just check the next one that's on there. The 7th? Yeah, the 7th of May. I'm just gonna, if you don't mind, use this opportunity to write the date, 07/2020. Perfect. And this piece, I really do like it. I need to give it more attention, clearly. And I have been thinking about starting or implementing a wheel system where I spin a wheel once a week and have a day where I just work on a project that needs some loving. It's not my normal rotation. I am using the called for flosses on that project as well. Looks like it's gonna rain, so apologies for the lack of light suddenly. It'll be back again. All right, next up we have my Mirabilia. This is Miss Cherry Blossom. Another Love You More bag as well. Miss Cherry Blossom by Mirabilia. She was also a gift from a subscriber. She was gifted to me by Linda of Linda's 144 Hobbies. The fabric, this beautiful ombre, is from Heart Stitch Designs on Etsy, and it's a 32 count called Enchanted Dawn. And I really apologize for the wrinkling on this one because this is just a stunning piece. The back stitching really made that bow pop out, and you can see where the holes are, where the beads will go. And I really, really love her, and I want to finish her before I start another lady, if you know what I mean. I have a lot of ladies. The next one that I have a few, Cassiopeia and what's her name? Cassiopeia and Bellatrix are the ones that I would like to do soon. After I finish this one, I want to do one lady at a time. I have a rule. I can only do one mermaid at a time and one lady at a time. This is also using the called for colors. And I have the bead pack as well, thanks to Linda. Very, very generous of her to give that to me. Thank you so much. So that is Miss Cherry Blossom. Let me just pop this in there. These were all my starts from Mania last year. My first ever Mania. And yes, I'm putting things away while I'm talking to you because why not? I hope you have a drink. I hope you're settled in. The next project I have is Grazing Sheep by Doreen Jones. Oops. And don't you love this bag? It's from Casal Crafts on Etsy. This is my meager start. I did manage to get the baby sheep this year for Mania. This is a baby blue custom dye from XJU Designs on Etsy, and it's a 28 count Lugana. Cute. Those are supposed to be half stitches right there. I wanted it to look like the one that was in the magazine. This is from a magazine, World of Cross Stitching, and I believe it was their March edition. I'm not sure. And I started that on the 9th of May, 2020. All right, next up is Bellflower by Boffy Threads. This was a kit. See here? That's what it's going to look like. I don't have pictures for all of them, but hopefully I have the time to edit later and I can put in pictures where I don't have them already. This one is the called for floss and the fabric that came in the kit. It's a 14 count kind of creamy Ada. That's where I got to. Not too much. I need to change my method. I also need to have more time to stitch on this project. It takes up a lot more brain power because it is a black and white printed, black and white printed chart. And so that makes it a little bit more complicated for me to do. I prefer colored charts. It's easier to read. Ooh, next up is the Twisted Rainbow Sampler. This is by Northern Expressions Needlework, and I'm using the Dinky Dye Silk Set. Let me get the picture there for you. If I can find it. You know when you put on new nails and it feels all weird? Feel like you have claws now? That's how I feel today. There we go. So this is the Twisted Rainbow Sampler. This has specialty stitches in it. So each of the bands along, please focus. My camera and I have a love-hate relationship. Just FYI. Anyway, all the butterflies are cross stitching and the flowers, but the bands between them are all specialty stitches. And they are lovely. They are so beautiful. I got the silk pack from my friend Jessie because she decided to sell it in her store. And look, about, I would say, not a third, maybe a fifth of the way done with this chart. Maybe. I went ahead and I purchased the PDF. Now I recognize that I've made a mistake, but I'm not going to frog it. It's just too much work to frog, and it's fine. I don't mind. But I absolutely love this. It is, because it's three-dimensional, it's like it's meant to be felt, if you know what I mean. But anyway, so 28 count black Lugana, and this came from Amazon. I started this on the 16th of May, 2020. I have an Ink Circles needle minder. Such a beautiful stitch. I meant to work on this week, but I did not do it in the end. But there is a stitch along going on called the Don't Get It Twisted stitch along. Don't Get It Twisted, hashtag Don't Get It Twisted Sal, if you want to join us. All right. Next up is the charity auction that I won from Michelle Bendy, and this is the Reoless Unicorn. That's what I'm calling it because it doesn't have a name, it just has a number. This beautiful unicorn right here is on a pre-printed Ada that came in the kit. So it's just, I think it's 14 count. I am using the kit floss. So I have this, which is making it difficult. And this is a patchwork paw print bag. Words are starting to fail me. That's not a good sign. Okay, so this is the Ada. Isn't it beautiful? And this, oh, sorry. This is far from a beginner kit. Like, Reoless is a little bit intimidating and difficult. Some of these stitches are 3 strands, some are 2. There are blends. It's a lot, but it's beautiful. And it's a paper chart, so I find it difficult, but it's okay. This needle minder came with it as well. Beautiful. Just beautiful. And I got this doohickey to try out, see if it would be easier to load it up with needles, but I haven't focused on it. Maybe near Christmas time, because it feels like a Christmassy stitch to me. So that is my unicorn, started on the 22nd of May, 2020. Okay. Oof. Next is yoga corns. So if you have been watching my channel for a little while, you'll know that I started a stitch along with my friends Heike and Jessie. Heike and Jessie have channels as well. They are Mislaid Pages for Jessie and Stone Cold Coffee Crafts for Heike. And this is the yoga corn chart that I chose. We all chose different charts. And I finished the middle unicorn, I think. I might have some more back stitching to do. And I bought a 16 count pre-printed or printed Ada that's printed in a galaxy, as you can see here. There we go. And it's from a store called Easy Stitch for Fun on Etsy. It's gonna be beautiful. I don't know why all of my unicorns are galaxy unicorns, but anyway, I absolutely love it. I did make a mistake in the tail, but I don't care. Whatever. I'm still a new stitcher, and I'm trying to do the whole just let it go kind of approach to stitching, because for far too long my crafts had to be perfect, and I don't want to do that anymore. Crafts are supposed to be fun. So that is my yoga corn. Started on the 23rd of May 2020 from Little House in the Attic. Sorry, I should have said Little House in the Attic, Maria Demina, and she is on Etsy. Just be prepared for a lot of fractional stitches and back stitching. I'm just gonna plop them now. Next up, I have Sheep Heap. Sheep Heap was here somewhere. There it is. Sheep Heap is by Plum Street Samplers, and it is so cute. Look at that. It's adorable. Love it. Okay, I started this on the 24th of May, and I was watching Monty Python and the Holy Grail with Jessie while we worked on our Mania pieces, and I think it goes this way. And this is a 32 count Oaken by Picture This Plus. That's as far as I got. That's the big sheep at the bottom. I messed up, so I had to rip back. Sorry, I'm just watching all the magpies outside of my window. This is using the fancy flosses. So Weeks Dye Works and Classic Color Works for this one. It's going to be beautiful. And yeah, I need to put more time into this. Again, the idea is to spin the wheel and let it choose my project for the day. Now that I'm actually getting organized, it only took like a year or two. All right, that's Sheep Heap. Next up is my first long dog samplers, and this is in an Evertote bag. This was gifted to me by Caroline. Thank you, Caroline. This is such a cute bag. Love it. And the Pilgrim looks like this. Dare to dream. The completion of my labors leaves me with a joyful heart. I adore this chart so much, and I think you'll see what I mean when I pull it out. I am using 32 count Nothing fabric by Mystic Fabrics. This is like a yard of fabric, by the way, and it has fuzzies on it. Yeah, here it is. 32 count. I'm stitching 2/2 with Mrs. Sadis silk in peacock. It is gorgeous, okay? The issue is that I have trouble stitching this at night, and that is when I do the majority of my stitching. But it is too beautiful to not do. I don't want to UFO this or retire this, because I did get so far, and the cost of the actual fabric is ridiculous. It's beautiful, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to give it away or anything. I need to work on it. There were just some parts of it that I realized I didn't like, and so I will have to go back and fix them. But all in all, this is one of my favorite pieces. It's going to look amazing when it's finished, because you can tell that is literally only that part of the canvas. That's it. That's all I've done. I have all of that to go. If I were a monogamous stitcher where I only stitched on one project until it was done, this project will probably take me a few months to do, of working on it every single day. And I'm just not there yet. I need a good light for that. I think I need to invest in a big old lamp that sits behind me. So that's Pilgrim. It was started on the last day of May It's my final Mania start for 2020. All right. So what did I start after Mania? Well, the next one that I pulled was on June 19th. So I didn't wait too long. This is Sisterhood by Stitch Sisterhood. Bear with me. I need to make sure that I flip this over. There we go. This pattern's called Sisterhood by Stitch Sisterhood on Etsy. I did this for the Diversity and Inclusion SAL, or Representation Matters SAL, both of them really. This is a 16 count piece of Midnight Roses by Crafty Kitten. And that is where I am. It's so pretty. I know the Ada is wrinkly, like naturally, but it's still really pretty. I like it. I will do my best. Okay. And that shouldn't take too much longer to finish. I say that about everything though, to be honest. Okay, let me pull that this away and fold it so that, because the pattern is on the paper. All right. And stick it back in bag. That is called for. I think they're all called for. There might be like 1 or 2 changes in the DMC, but only because I was stitching from stash. This project is the Midnight Way by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, and this bag is from the 805 Stitcher. I purchased the kit, did I? Ooh, you might know better than me. I think I did. I did, because this is Whimsy by Picture This Plus. This is in a 28 count Whimsy by Picture This Plus. And I was keeping up with the SAL at first. It was a stitch along from the beginning of August. So August 17th was when it first released and I got started. And I haven't finished it yet, but I plan to have this finished for Halloween this year. Because I have the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery's the Nutcracker Parade done as well, and I wanna frame them. They're cute. I think my favorite part is actually the bat in the window, the one hanging upside down. And my cat has a frowny face. It's Grumpy Cat. Grumpy Cat passed away last year, the internet cat. So that is The Midnight Way by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery on 28 count Whimsy from Picture This Plus, using the called for DMC and a toile. Yes, I used a toile on that one. That's fun. That needs to go in there. So basically I just track my progress from now forward, basically, on all these projects. Here we go. I love this bag. I love the print on this bag. It's just the most adorable thing ever. Oh my god. All right. Next up, we have the Drawn Threads Trick or Treat. This pattern I found in a shop and I just had to have it. I wanted the whole kit. So that is what it will look like when it is finished. I am doing this on 32 count Dirty. And I believe that it is it Dirty? Yeah, it's Dirty. And I think that's a Picture This Plus, but I'm not 100% sure. It says Vigart anyway. Vigart fabric. And I'm mostly doing 1/2 with a conversion that the Silver Needle in Iowa made for me because they didn't have the called for colors, the Dinky Dye colors. So we just did, I think it's Weeks Dye Works. Yeah, they sent me all Weeks. So I have that conversion available on my WIP list. I think I put it there. And yeah, that's where I got to. That's where I am right now. I started this on the 1st of October. This is my October high tea start. don't know why I chose this for high tea, but hey, whatever. High tea is a kind of thing that Caroline from Off the Grid Needle Art started on her channel. So if you want to check it out or get involved, definitely follow her. And this project is being kept in a My Cottage No. 9 bag, which I think I have the only one. Because I did get back to the owner of the shop. She does project bags for knitting and other fiber arts, and they were going to try these bags, but they decided that they didn't want to do vinyl fronted bags anymore because the vinyl is too expensive. They're an Irish store, so I don't blame them for that, but yeah, I think I have the only one, which is exciting, and I love it. I love it so much. Next is my Halloween new start. Why not? Why not start all the things? This is a mini Heaven and Earth design. This is Randall Spangler's Trick or Treat in a mini size. There are 89 colors. It is 237 wide by 338 tall, so it's not really mini, but smaller than the other version. And this is on a 28 count Brittany Easy Count. And I'm using Pattern Keeper, using the called for DMC. And it's teeny tiny. My start is also tiny. That is where I got to. And yes, I really want to keep going. It's the bottom left corner. There are some of these kind of yellowy cream stitches that are very hard to see. Now I started it doing full cross. I don't like it, but I'm gonna keep going. Maybe I might switch to 10 stitch. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that, are we? That is the start, Halloween new start. And I was going to keep that as my dark 13 piece, but I never remember to stitch things on the 13th of every month. And I have no idea who started that. Oh, and this is the one where I have all the DMC on the cards, and it's fantastic. So I must work on it more. And it needs a better project bag, I think. All right, next up is my Temperature Mandala by Apricot Polka Dot. You've seen this a lot this year. This is on a 14 count white Aida. Oh, yeah, that way. 14 count white Aida. I'm not going to take it out of the key snap because why? I have to take it out a lot as it is, and I'm going to have to upgrade to the 11 by 11 soon to keep going properly. I started this on the 20th of January. Blech. I started this on the 20th of January, 2020. And it's super cute and super fun, and I love it a lot. And I am not using called for colors. I just picked a rainbow of colors to use for my temperatures. Actually, between these two, between Halloween and the 20th of January, I did have another new start. And I'm pretty sure that it's this one. I just don't have a date for it because I didn't talk about it. This is a Michelle Bendy Stitchy called Bendy Stitchy Designs called Trimming the Tree. Oh, uh-oh. The hoop stretched the threads. Anyway, so I must have started this in November or December, but I have no record of it. Using called for DMC, and it's super cute. It's so super cute. Bendy Stitchy Designs. This is a, let's see if I have, I do have the details. This is Sunlit Water by Crafty Kitten, which is a 32 count Joblin. Look at that. Look at that color. Isn't that pretty? So aside from the hoop mark, it's beautiful. And this is my sweater weather pin that I got from the Black Needle Society, I think. Yeah. Beautiful. Love it. So I don't have a card project tracker for that because I have no idea when I started this project. But I just wanted to put it out there. All right. Next up is Foxview by Plum Street Samplers. This is one of the ones I had over in the States with me that I got good progress on. This is on 32 count sand by Picture This Plus. Oh, that's where those scissors went. I was wondering. And that's where I got to, but I did notice that there's a mistake in the center of these flowers, a charting mistake. It's easily fixed if I want to fix it, but it should be snowflake on the inside, I think, of these two flowers. Yeah, very, very, very cute chart. I love it so much. And this was from Top Knot Stitcher shop. I don't know when I started it, but I think I started it in December. I'm not 100% sure though. You can't hold me to it. I really don't know. But it is one of my whips. All right, we're getting closer to the end. It's good to go quick. Next up is my December. Oh, this is December. Okay. December 1st, my second high tea start. This is a Garon Toten bag. So pretty. This bag is so big though. All right, this chart looks like this. It's called Baked Alaska, and it's part of the Amazing Desserts collection. Isn't it pretty? Cheryl has the most beautiful mandalas. They are gorgeous. And it's so intricate, and it has a lot of beading. And I am doing the beading as I go on this project, so it's going to be a little bit different. I am using the Dinky Dye Silk Pack. This is what made it the high tea, you know, the really special, because it has beads and it has dinky dyes on it. Where's the start? This is a very large piece of fabric. This is Old Blue. It's in the center, sorry. This is Old Blue by XJU Design. And that is my start. Let's see if I can fold this over so that it pops up a little better. And there you go, so that it's a little more 3D. Now, I'm not 100% happy with this. I have recently purchased beading thread, so I am thinking about redoing the beads on this piece with the beading thread and having it so that they lie up and down, because it looks all wonky and I don't like that. But it is a beautiful, beautiful chart. I just want to do it right. You know what I mean? I want to do it right in my way. So I might redo the beading on that. If I had a section where I would put haul, it would be the beading thread that I purchased from Amazon. So yeah, Old Blue, half yard, 32 count Belfast linen. Okay. Next up, stopped trying to put them into the bag. Next up is The New Normal by
Long Dog samplers. This was started on my birthday. This is a birthday new start. And it's also hashtag February. No, I knew I was going to say it wrong. Hashtag February that my friend Jessie started on her channel because it has birds in it. And she wanted to do all of the bird patterns. So this was my new start. I am doing this on a piece of linen, or sorry, a piece of Luana that she dyed herself, like an ice dye. And I'm only using DMC 310 on this project. So let's move it this way so you can see where I am. Does it say what count? 28 count. Pretty. I messed up 3 times on this border. I'm still a new stitcher. Anyway, this is going to be a gorgeous piece. And I promise I have done my measurements right. I know I have a lot of border with this, but it'll be all good. All good. That was February 22nd, 2021. And this is a Marissa bag. Thank you, Marissa. The crafty heifer made bags for her friends. Thank you. I love. Oh, gotta put the picture back in. The thing with long dogs is they're a lot bigger than they look. Okay. Next up, we have Wakanda Forever by Park Hopper Bart. This now takes its pride and place in my first ever project bag that I bought from Patchwork Paw Print last year. This is a... Oop. Sorry. Floss everywhere. I actually already have one of these in there that I'm using. So this is 32 Count Nothing by Mystic Fabrics. With the Bee Stitch Me Silk and Weeks Dye Works conversion that I did myself, started on April the 8th. So right when I came back from the States, I started this piece. As you can see, it is... Oh, I love it. It's so close to being done as well. So close. It's it's getting very close now. I got the silks from Bee Stitch Me out of the Halloween box, or it was a Halloween box that she made. So the orange, yellow, and purple are all Bee Stitch Me. The black, what is the black? The black is Bee Stitch Me as well, and then the white is Snowflake by Weeks Dye Works. It has a tinge of pink in it, so I wouldn't recommend it if you were going to do this yourself, but I just wanted something fancy because it's for a friend and it deserves to have all the pretty things. Yeah, started on the 8th of April. And this is another project tracker that S Word Designs has made, and you can see here all the dates that I've worked on it. So I really do like them and use them. Just FYI. And that's a bit of dinky dice that doesn't belong with this project, so I'm just going to move it to the side. Probably came from the Twisted Rainbow sampler. Okay, next up we have Small Burbs, and this bag came from a Black Needle Society box on the Go Stitching, I think. I could be wrong. Small Burbs is a chart by Ink Circles. I'm doing my own colors. I just pulled my own colors from my collection because I wanted to use some funky colors. And this one is a 28 count, The Greens by Forbidden by Fortnite Fabrics, excuse me. You can see the full piece here. I'm doing this 1/1 on 28 count because I wanted to test my eyes to see if I could handle 40 count 1/2, sorry. And I can, but I messed up a little bit. That's okay. I started this on the 10th of May, 2021. And this is for Small Burbs SAL. Hashtag Small Burbs SAL. I also use this during the retreat to get stitches in. And that is one of my May new starts. I think that was one of the only May new starts I did this year. I didn't really go crazy. I think that was the only new start for Stitch Mania that I did because I wanted to focus on all of the ones I started last year. I have a lot of patterns and I have a lot of fabric, but it's important to finish what you start eventually, right? So next up we have the Year 1 and Year 2 band samplers by Katie Landis of the Black Needle Society. This is what the patterns look like. I'm going to call this the Hogwarts piece. I had this one in my stash, and this is the year that started, and we had this really cool week of stitching together, and I had a great time meeting new people and doing all the things, stitching all the things. Got a little burnt out, I'm not gonna lie. I am very much an introvert, but so are a lot of other people in that group. And here we are. This is what we have, and apologies for all the threads, but that is, I park. Especially when I'm walking away from a project. So we have the bottom of the Year 1 and the top of the Year 2. This is on a 20, hold on, wait. I have it right here. Because I actually did write out one of these trackers for it. Mystic Fabrics 32 count linen in Veritas, excuse me, I always used to say Veritas, but it's Veteris. And you can find that on her website, mysticfabrics.com. So I'll put all that stuff back inside. Really loving that one. Don't know when I'll get back to it, but I have been getting all of the threads for the upcoming years. Oop, excuse me. So that is that one, and this is in the bag that I commissioned from Calzal Crafts. I bought the fabric and I sent it to her, and she made this for me. Thank you so much, Cal. So yeah, that is that one. Put that down. Next up, this is a bag that I got out of the box. So cute. This is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow by Carriage House Samplings. How does it go this way? Look at this pattern. Isn't it amazing? So Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. I started this on the 8th of June. Did I say? Hold on. Sorry. We gotta put this down in memorandum. I started this project, Hogwarts. Nope, didn't write it down. Whoops. I'll have it in the. I'll have to write it down in my details later on. Anyway, this was July the 8th, 2021. And I'm okay, y'all. It's It's almost dinner time. It's 6:30 on Friday. I am getting hungry. I have been wanting to start this for eons. I'm using just DMC. This is on a piece of Be Stitch Me fabric called S'mores, and it's a 25 count Lugana. I'm doing it 1/1. And this is where I am so far. I'm on the cauldron, right smack dab in the middle, basically. And if we want to, I think I showed you a few weeks ago up close, but 1/1 on 25 count is exactly what I do for Heaven and Earth design, so it's not a big deal for me. I actually really like the effect, and I love this fabric. S'mores by Be Stitch Me. This is Carriage House samplings, like I was saying, and the bag is super cute. I need to get my DMC into floss away bags because right now it's just a jumbled mess. Okay, now we're at the point of the video where I'm showing you my most recent. This one actually started last year, but I wanted you to see the rest of the video. This is where I am on my Dark Queen of the Sea stitch along. This started September 1st of 2020, and I have just finished part 10. So I have part 11 to go, which is the right side tentacle. I finished the left side tentacles. Now I'm going to do the right side tentacles. That was a lot of stitching on the right side. I finished this side today, and I'm super proud of it. I'm loving it. I have decided that there was a stitcher in the group. So there's a group. This is, sorry, details. This is from Autumn Lane Stitchery. The fabric is a 28 count opalescent called Bewitched by Under the Sea Fabrics, Leslie. I'm using the called for colors, and I'm trying to look up the name of the person that I'd like to credit, which I will do. I just need to go to the group. Just bear with me for a minute because I want to give these people credit. They're fantastic, and I wouldn't have thought of this myself. Here it is. Maureen C. I'm just going to call her Maureen C. I don't know if you watch my videos, but I was so inspired by your post last night. Up in the magic portion of the hand, I'll put a picture on the screen so you can see what she looks like. In the magic portion, I have used the inspiration from another stitcher named Trang Snell, and she's a regular watcher. She made this ghosty face that was stitched where the magic goes, and I was like, that is so cool. Well, Maureen C, she shared a picture last night of the other tentacle here on the right side, and inside, nestled into this area, was the alternate to the magic, which is the skull. There's a skull as well that Erin charted, and I want to put that skull down there in her tentacles because it looks as if she's holding the ghostly head, like a soul or something, in her hand up here, and then she's pointing down at the skull, and maybe she had stolen Poseidon's trident or whatever it was. She's very dark, and I was like, how dark is too dark? And my friends were like, it's fine, you're fine. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go super dark and make her an overthrower, basically. So the idea is that the newest drop, the last release for this project, releases August the 1st, Sunday, and it's just going to be back stitching and beading, and it's going to be pretty epic. Erin has called it aggressive, and we shall see how aggressive. But anyway, I want to finish the right side and do the beading by the end of August, hopefully. That's the goal anyway, the intention. But either way, this is going to get done this year, and it's going to be framed, and it's going to be hung in my craft room, and I'm super excited about it because it's like the one stitch along that I've managed to keep pace with. Not completely all the time kept up pace with, but I've been happy with my pace. So I also have to do the seaweed on this side. Anyway, so that is that one. And then, so this kind of belongs in September, but I wanted it to be nearer to the end, if you know what I mean. Called for flosses. I said that already. Oh, and the needle minder is Agnes Little Minders in the UK. Super cute. It's been there the whole time. The last project is Savor Life by Katie Landis. I started this the first day of the stitch along. Well, it was a retreat. So, when did I'll have to look it up on Instagram, but I believe, actually, I've got it right here. I could do it right now. Don't be lazy, Rachel. This one is on the called for fabric using the called for flosses. This was I'm going too far now. This was a kit provided for us. I've done 1,000 stitches. Oops. It wasn't the 15th of July, was it? Maybe it was. I have the 15th of July on Instagram. I might have done 1,000 stitches in a day. Maybe it was the 14th of July. I'm not sure. But anyway, this is French Lilac by Picture This Plus in a 36 count linen. I don't normally do 36 count. This is 1/1. And it's gorgeous. Beautiful. That's the needle minder from the retreat. Little moth. And those are the ones that I had in my shop. My shop is still closed. I'm so sorry. It looks like it'll be closed for a little while. I apologize. But this is the last new start of the year so far. And if you were counting, please let me know how many works in progress I have. I have retired at least one project. I definitely retired the ones that I knew I just couldn't keep up with, like the cherry blossom tree. It's no longer available on Etsy anyway. And I realized after starting Galaxy Unicorn that maybe the confetti life is just not for me. It's not relaxing or motivating is the word for me to do. So, but yeah, that is my full WIP parade. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you an insight on the kinds of projects that I like to start, the things that I like to work on. You can get a sense of my style. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed. If you liked today's video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up on your way out. Please remember to stay safe and stay hydrated out there. Be kind to yourself and others, and I will see you soon in my next video. Take care, everyone. Bye!